If you look at the product in front of us today and think that this is an Ipod Classic, you'd be wrong because this is a Fiio X1. Now Fiio is a Chinese company which focuses on making audiophile equipment like DACs and amplifiers and portable media players like the X1 at an affordable price. It should be noted that the X1 costs $99. They also have an X3 and an X5 which are more expensive than this model. I was initially worried about the build quality of an entry-level Chinese product like the Fiio X1, but I'm pleased to tell you that all my expectations were surpassed by the Fiio X1. It's very solidly built and it feels very substantial in my hand, which I really like. It may be a little too thick for some people, but I find it to be just fine. Now, I would go so far as to say that if it wasn't for the Fiio logo on the back of the device, this could easily pass off as something from Apple. That is until you turn on the screen, of course, but we'll get to that later. Taking a look around the device, you can find the volume up and down buttons and the power button on the left side of the device. At the top, you can find the headphone jack, which can also serve as a line out function. Now, a line out function means that you can use the internal DAC of the Fiio X1 and feed it to an external amplifier and connect your headphones to that amplifier. On the right side, there's just one microSD card slot. Now, a lot of people have complained that this device does not have two microSD card slots, but I think they're expecting a little too much from a device at this price point. At the bottom, there's nothing except the micro USB port for data and power. On the back, there's just the Fiio logo, the product number, and the FCC information. Turning to the front, you can see the resemblance between the Apple Ipod Classic and the Fiio X1. Both of them use a scroll wheel system. However, the scroll wheel of the Fiio X1 is mechanical. This means that you can feel the mechanical clicks as you turn the scroll wheel around. Apart from the scroll wheel, the Fiio X1 has a few additional buttons for menu, back, previous track, next track, and an enlarged center select button. Turning the device on, you can see that a blue LED indicator lights up at the bottom of the X1. Honestly, I don't really like this indicator as I find it to be quite annoying. However, this does let you know that the Fiio X1 is on, and this is important because the Fiio X1 drains a lot more battery when it's on. So you do have to turn it off once you're done listening to music. This is a notable difference from my Ipod Classic, which I never really had to turn off. Moving on to the display on the Fiio X1 is a rather ordinary display. I mean, it gets the job done, but other than that, it's not really an eye-catching display or anything of that sort. And this is where I feel that the Apple iPods have a significant edge over the Fiio X1. Their displays are significantly more sharper and brighter than the Fiio X1. Another thing to be noted is both the Ipod Classic and the Ipod Touch can play videos, whereas the Fiio X1 cannot. Battery life is rated to be 12 hours by Fiio, but realistically I only got around 8 to 9 hours of use from it before I had to charge it again. Sound quality is the area where the Fiio X1 really shines. Now, to explain the sound quality, I'm going to compare the Fiio X1 with my Ipod Classic, my Ipod Touch, and my smartphone. Straight off the bat, I can tell you that the Fiio X1 sounds better than my Ipod Classic and my smartphone. The bass is tighter and there's a lot more detail in the music. Overall, I just enjoyed the music a lot more on the Fiio X1 compared to those two devices. Now, the Ipod Touch is a good sounding device, but compared to the Fiio X1, I did find the highs to be a little sharp and irritating to my ears, and the bass was a little overdone. Overall, the Fiio X1 just sounded a lot more natural to me. Now, things get a little tricky when I compare my Fiio X1 to my inbuilt motherboard audio. Maybe it's because I have a really high-end motherboard, but I really cannot see a difference in audio quality between my motherboard audio and the Fiio X1. What I'm trying to tell you is that if you're already used to high quality sources of music like a sound card, or if you have any one of the newer phones like an iPhone, you probably won't be blown away by the sound quality of the Fiio X1. But nevertheless, the Fiio X1 is one of the best value portable media players you can buy at $99, especially now since Apple has discontinued the production of their Ipod Classic. Thanks for watching the video. Click the like button if you liked the video and subscribe for more videos like this.